G'day everyone, Buck up in North Queensland. You're probably sitting there thinking, what's he done this time? He's sitting in front of a new fridge. How many fridges does a bloke need? Well, you can never have too many camping fridges, guys. I've got an issue. I declare that right now. And before any of you say anything, Roz has banned me from the King stores. After this, I've been banned, guys. You won't see me back there for a while. Not until next time I sneak up to Cairns or Townsville anyway. So thank God I don't have a King store in this town. It's pretty impressive when you go in there now, guys. If you're a keen camper, it's when you walk in there, it's hard not to be taken in by the amount of good shit that they got in their stores now. It's bloody come a long way over the last 5-6 years or whatever. It really has. 10 years. Wow, they have come a long way. Listen, for those who are wondering why I've got another fridge, in a couple of weeks I'm going on a remote camping trip with some mates from Townsville. We're going up to a place called Princess Charlotte Bay. If you can hear a noise in the background, I'm recharging a lithium battery, everyone. Going up to a remote place, Princess Charlotte Bay, up in the southern part of Cape York, okay? Jonesy, Russ and them, keen fishermen, they're going up on a big barra expedition, and I'm tagging along because there could be a chance Buck might get onto a barra. I doubt it. I'm actually going up. Me and Pollard are going up as camp cooks, everyone. So while the boys are out catching barra, me and Jeff will sit around the campfire having a few beers and cooking up. So when they get back from their days fishing, there's about 3 boats going up. So it's going to be a great trip. As you know, I'm not taking the caravan on this trip. Someone said, how's the caravan going to go up there? I said, I'm not taking the van. Roz isn't going. It's a boys trip. I'm just taking the BT50. You're going to be camping in the Oz tent, the RV5 Oz tent, everyone. So it's a proper camping trip off grid. I've only got the 40 litre angle in the back of the BT50. That's only enough to, you know, for your drinks, guys. Some beers, waters, a few soft drinks and stuff like that. I don't have a lot of room for food, especially if I'm going away for 5 days, okay? I'm doing a big coconut curry chicken and that for the boys one night over the campfire in the camp ovens. I'm going to need more cooling room for the food, okay? And I'm certainly not getting rid of beers out of the fridge to make room for food. That is not on. That is #1 rule of camping. Beers in first. As you know, I've got other fridges. I've got a 95 litre My Coolman in the back there, which is my shed fridge. I've got a big 95 litre yellow Evercool over there. That's about to go down to Townsville to my son. My son's going to run that on his boat. I'm giving that to my son, Phil. Wonderful fridge, like a big yellow esky with a compressor on it. That's going on Phil's boat. I needed a smaller fridge, so I was in Kings the other day, and I thought, you know what? A smaller fridge will come in handy for this camping trip. And looking further forward, there's times there where we might want to go out to a barbecue or just grab this little portable power pack and I can run the fridge when we go to a barbecue or a picnic or something like that. If Roz wants to go to Cairns, this is big enough I can throw it in the back of the Mazda CX-5, the little battery pack, and she's got somewhere cold to put food in that if she goes up and does some shopping in Cairns, buy some groceries or whatever that needs to keep cold, and then she wants to go up and have a coffee with her sisters and all that in Cairns, then she's got a fridge in the back of her car. So this is the Kings Escape 50 litre fridge from Adventure Kings, guys, a 4-wheel drive super centre in Townsville. Got it there the other day. I know a lot of people bang on about Brass Monkey and all that type of stuff. I've heard a lot of hit and miss about them. Few people have contacted me about their Kings fridges that they bought and said, Buck, they're still doing really well for us. Steve from Soar Adventures has got one in the back of his new Ranger, guys, and said it's working a treat. Someone else said, I've had mine for a couple of years, my Kings fridge, and it has not missed a beat. So for the price, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it. Now, I'm just going to let you know the prices, guys. Always keep your eye out for special deals. This fridge was $228 for a 50 litre fridge, and that includes, that was a 1 day, so that includes a fridge cover. So it comes with a $228 for a 50 litre fridge or freezer. It will freeze if you want. It's not a dual zone. I could have gone to the 65 litre and had a dual. I thought, no, I don't want that. I just want a normal fridge that I can use as a fridge or a freezer. So it's not a fridge freezer, it's a fridge or freezer. $228 with the bag. Come on. How good is that? 2-year warranty. If it lasts 2 years, you get your money's. If you use it heaps, you'll get your money's worth out. I'm sure it'll last longer than 2 years. It's got a 2-year warranty, so it's good peace of mind for $228. Now, Kings have all the other accessories to go with it. Yes, it comes with a 240 volt cable and the instruction book, which is inside. So very simple, and the cover. Some of their other fridges didn't include the cover. This was a special deal. That's why I went with the 50 litre. Good medium size, and it had the cover as part of the $228. How good is that? Now, a couple of little extra items I got to go with it. The fridge plug on one end and an Anderson on the other. Okay, so I've got the Anderson plug. Kings know that we all love Anderson plugs, so I got that. I got a little thermometer, which I've got in the angle, the Kings fridge thermometer. Part of it, half of it goes in the fridge, the other half goes on the dash in your car, and you can keep track of what your fridge is doing. I've got one of these Kings ones in my angle fridge, guys, and I can just sit there, and she's sitting on 1.9 to 2.2 on the dash. So when I'm driving along, I can see what my fridge is doing in the back of the ute. So I'm going to do the same thing. I've got a fridge thermometer there. It's a 2-part thing, just runs on a couple little AAA cell batteries, which last for ages, and the tie down kit. Fridge tie down. This fridge comes with the tie down things at the end. So as we know, if you're going to put it on a drawer system, you've got to have a way to tie it down. So the tie down kit there, I bought that as well to go with the fridge, everyone. And the price of that, fridge cable and the tie down kit, $29.90. And I think that must have included the thermometer as well. Either that or he forgot to charge me for it. But anyway, $29.90 for the rest of the stuff. For $250, guys, I've got a fridge, a cover, a thermometer, an Anderson plug cable. So I want to use an Anderson plug. You don't have to go and butcher that one there that's got a cigarette one on it. Or it's a 240, sorry. So that one there and the tie down kit, which hook onto these things here. So try and beat that elsewhere. Like, come on. Yeah, I know they're not an angle. I know they're not an angle fridge. I paid $12.99 or something for my 40 litre angle. $12.99 with a cover. $2.29 with a cover for a bigger fridge. I know. I'm not going to try and compare a King's fridge to an angle. Don't get me wrong there, but I love my angle fridge. I wouldn't swap it for the world. But for a little extra fridge that you want just to put in the back of your car to go on picnics or go shopping, you're going away shopping, you go, oh, I've got somewhere to put my chicken and my meat and everything because I'm not coming straight home. There you go there. So the 50 litre King's Escape fridge. Might bring the camera in closer and give you a closer look there, and we'll run through some of the things on it, eh? Righto, so there it is there, everyone. Now, right off the bat, it's got a ruler on the lid for your fish in inches and centimetres over here. I think that's if you catch a fish and you want to measure your fish. Absolutely useless for me, and you all know why. I cannot catch a fish. So, your fish measurement scale on the top of the fridge, probably no good for me. A couple of cup holders in here so your cups and that don't slide off. Now the other good thing, and I've had a big name fridge in the camper trailer, and it was made by Evercool, I think, and it was I forget which fridge it was now, but it didn't have a reversible lid on it. And I thought, geez, this would be handy if it had a reversible lid, so that if you mount it in your four-wheel drive and you want to get to it through your canopy window, some fridges only have a one-way thing. Not the King's one. It can open that way, or you can turn it around and have it open from this side. So it's a reversible lid, everyone, which is, I think, a must on a fridge, especially these side opening ones there. So there it is there. Got your basket there, your instruction book, and there it is there. Now, where's the 240 plug? Oh, I've lost it. It's gone with me bloody pop-up kettle. I'm sure this thing had a 240 volt plug. I'm going to have to go and find that. I think it came with a 240 plug too. That's the cigarette plug. It's got to have a 240 plug. What have I done with it? It'll be around somewhere. It'll be around somewhere. I better check the box that I threw out. Oops. So there you go. It's also got a light inside, so when you open the lid, the light comes on, LED light inside. Basket. This thing will hold, it's like a baker's dozen for beers. It'll hold 68 cans of beer if you just use it just for stocking beer in there, which a lot of blokes probably will. 68, so that's like a baker's dozen for 2 cartons, isn't it? 68. 30 to a carton, so keeps a lot of soft drinks or beers in there if you're going away for a barbecue, picnic, something like that. Absolutely fantastic. It's got a little rack in there, and also you can put your butter and that over there. I'll give you a look inside in case you can't see that. Now, as I said, really light. When it's empty, that is a light for you. That's a lot lighter than what the angle is, okay? It's made of plastic. It's not steel. Carry handles there. Tie down points on the end, so you can tie them down to your slide. It's got the compressor in there. It's a compressor driven fridge. There's your plug at that end, and this end is the business end here. So digital display. I'll actually hook it up in a minute, guys, and give you a look. It's also got a little USB-A there, so you can charge your phone and that while your fridge is running. If your phone's getting low, throw your USB in there and you can charge your phone or your cameras or whatever up there. On and off switch. Temperature, it'll go from -20, so it'll work as a freezer, -20 up to +20. I don't know why you'd want to have your fridge on +20. Maybe some medication, if you want to use it as a medication fridge or something. Some medications might have to be kept at a certain temperature. That's the only, but normally as a fridge you'd run it on 2 or 3, wouldn't you? So -20 up to your fridge temp there. It's got low cutout for your battery, so you can set it so it doesn't flatten your battery or whatever. It's got all that type of stuff. Digital display, up and down for your temperature, pretty easy. It's only a single zone, guys, not a dual zone. So it's only got the one thing on there. 2-year warranty, which is good peace of mind, isn't it? I'm not going to give you the dimensions because I don't know them, but there it is there. It's a 50 litre. I'm not going to keep banging on about it because I haven't even started it up yet, but I'm about to. I am about to plug this fridge in and see what it can do and arc it up, okay? Let it run overnight and do all that type of stuff. So there's probably a few things I've forgotten to say about it, but you know, for $228 with the cover, I will put the cover on. I'll do that when I cut the camera. I'm going to put the cover on and then I'll come back and we'll start it up. I just worked out why there wasn't a 240 volt cable with this fridge, guys. They're not designed to run on 240, 12 or 24 volts. There is a way you can run them. If you want to run it in the shed, you'd have to get a 240 to 12 or 240 to 24 volt converter or whatever they're called, okay? So there is a way around it, but these are designed really to run off a battery, basically, your battery and that. So there it is. It's not a 240 volt fridge, it's more of a camping fridge, okay? But there is a way around it. So that's why there wasn't a 240. There it is there, guys. There's the really easy to put on. You can zip it all the way up if you want, but then you can't open your lid. So if you want to open it, there you go. It's just got some aluminium stuff. It's not a bad fridge cover. It's you know, it'll do the job. It'll certainly give it some insulation and protect it, and also give it a bit of insulation, make it run more efficiently, okay? So what I'm going to do is take everything out from inside, which is 12 volt cable and the hook. I'll hook him up. Righto, so here it is here. I'm going to use the Anderson plug, everyone, that I bought extra to that. Yeah, I can use the normal cigarette plug, but Anderson plugs are a lot better connection. Comes already fused up, this, with a 15 amp fuse in there, so I'm going to plug him in. So my battery box, and I heard a beep there, so something's probably gone on around the front, eh? Maybe. How do I turn it on? There we go, she's on. I don't know how good that'll come up, everyone. I'll get the camera in closer. Oh, what do we got here? -19, -18. We don't want it that cold. I'm going to put it up to 2 degrees for a fridge. -7, 6, 5, 4. Put it on 2 degrees. There we go there. So it's set to 2 degrees, and at the moment it's battery's on 13, so it's got a battery thing there, 12.9, 13 volts. My battery's sitting on 13 volts, which is fine. And at the moment, the cabinet is on 20 degrees, and as it gets cold, as it cools down, guys, that'll go down until it gets to 2 degrees. So LED light on over there. Give you a look inside. So it's got a basket there. It's got a drain plug in the bottom, so you can give it a good wash out when you're finished. It's got an LED light, which is good when you open your fridge up at night. You can see in there. Some fridges don't have that, and I think it's a must. So LED light, that'll go out when we probably click it down. Put your butter and that in here, and then your food or beers and that in there. So 50 litre escape fridge. I'll just zip this back up. I only took that down so you could see the display a bit better, everyone. So I'll just bring that up to there at least. Zip him up. We can zip him right across, but you'll need that so you can open it up. But if you don't need to open your fridge, you can zip him all the way across, eh? When you're travelling and that, you can zip it all the way across. So I'll come back when it's down to 2 degrees. I'll let you know roughly how long it took to get down to 2 degrees. When it's cycling at the moment, obviously, because I've only just started it, you can feel a little bit of vibration there that the fridge is cycling, but tell you what, that's a fairly quiet fridge. It's not a loud compressor. It's yeah, that's not too bad. You know, at night time when you're sleeping, you can hear your fridge cycling, but that seems like a nice smooth compressor. It's a little bit of vibration there, not too bad. But anyway, so I started the fridge at 2 o'clock, everyone. I'll come back, let you know how long it's taken to get from 20 degrees, because it's been sitting in the shed here in the shade, and it's middle of winter at the moment, so it's not hot, down to 2 degrees. So it's got 18 degrees to go down. We'll let you know how long it takes. So we've got access to the tie down points, but I've just noticed if you just want to just secure it a little bit, it's got some tie down points on the fridge cover as well, which isn't too bad. You wouldn't want to go tighter, but there is a way you can actually just stop it from sliding around in the car and that. Yeah, not too bad at all. Good padding, good insulation there, so protect your fridge. 228 with cover. Wow. Righto, I started this up at 2 o'clock, everyone. I just went for a quick spin to the dump, come back 2:30, and it was sitting on 1 degrees. It's gone down to -1. I had it set on 2, remember? So it's settled on -1. I'm hoping it comes back up, but the thing on the front there saying -1, and I've got it set to +2. So a little bit concerned. I hope it doesn't go down any further than that. It might settle. It might come back up, and might take it a little while to just settle itself there. Remember, it's brand new and whatever. But what I've done now is this little thing that I bought as well, the little fridge thermometer. That bit, just a couple of AAA cell batteries. AAA cell, yeah. 2 in there and 2 in that one. This one here goes on the dashboard. These work really well. I've got one for the angle fridge. So I'm going to throw this in and just see how this compares to the actual thing on there. So I'm going to put this in the bottom of the fridge where it should be the coldest. Put this back up. And then what I do, I put a bit of Velcro on the back there and Velcro that to my dash, or just so it's not in the full sun anyway, just on the Velcro it somewhere. I have it somewhere you're sitting in the cabin of your car, and this talks to the part inside the fridge now and tells you what's going on. So at the moment it's 25 out here, 25.9 sitting in the shed. Middle of winter. G'day to all the Vics down there and the Tasmanians who are probably thinking, that's a summer's day, but 25.9, and it's already down to 25.2. So every 30 seconds or so, that'll talk to this and you'll see that go down. I'll come back in a minute. Actually, I'll come down when that gets down to temperature, everyone, and we'll compare the temperature on this to the temperature on the front of the fridge. Hey? Hopefully that settles down a bit. It should come up a bit. I don't want it sitting on -1, but we'll see if the -1 on there, or the whatever that's on, matches this bit here. Depends where the temperature's reading from. I've got this second part of this in the bottom of the fridge. Where does this fridge read the temperature from? Up the top or down the bottom? Remember, cold air, it's colder down the bottom of the fridge. Cold air sinks down to the bottom. So I don't know where it reads the temperature from for this fridge. Maybe right down the bottom. Maybe it's 2 degrees up the top. I don't know. But anyway, that's already gone down, 24 point. We'll give that 10 minutes, we'll come back and we'll see what the temp's on, eh? Okay, so it's come back up to 0, everyone. It was down to -1. I had it set on +2. I thought, oh, don't keep going down. You're not supposed to do that. But anyway, it's leveled off and it's coming back. It's back to 0 now, so we'll see how that goes. When this gets down to temp, and hopefully, all going well, if it's perfect, if I've got it set to 2, it should sit on 2 degrees, plus or minus a couple of degrees, okay? My angle does the same thing. I've got it set on 3, everyone. Sometimes I look, it's 1.9, sometimes it's 3. So it just depends when it's cycling and all that. Within a couple of degrees, as long as it's below 5, I don't run my fridges anywhere above 5. 2 or 3 degrees, I find a good temperature for your beers. Right, everyone, I'm back. This thing's taken forever to get down to where it is. It's on 3.9 at the moment. Doesn't seem to be going down any further. Fridge is on 1, so which one's accurate, I don't know, but they're within a couple of degrees of each other. I've put a couple of beers in the bottom of that fridge. What better way to test out your fridge without going off the gauges there, guys? Grab a beer out and go, yep, that's perfect. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the beer method. I'll grab it out tomorrow afternoon and check it out. If it's not quite cold enough, drop it down a degree or 2. If it's a bit icy, drop it up a degree. So I've got this set to 2. That's showing me it's on 1. This thing here is sitting on 3.9, so maybe that'll drop a bit more. I don't know. I'm sick of waiting for it. But they're a good indicator. If you see that jump up to 10 degrees or something, you know you've got problems with your fridge. The plug's falling out, something like that. So there you go, guys. The King's Escape 50 litre fridge. I learned something today. I thought it would run off 240. It doesn't, unless you buy a step down transformer, a 240 to 12 or a 240 to 24 volt. You can do it that way, but you'd have to buy that as an extra item. But these are designed to be a camping fridge. They always run off a battery of some sort, of 12 volt or a 24 volt system. Listen, first impressions for 230 bucks, guys. It's done what it took, half an hour to get down to temperature. It's got a good cover on it. You're going to see this in the future in a couple of weeks. This is going to be up in Cape York. It's going to be our kitchen fridge. I'll have some chicken in there, some steaks, sausages, all that type of stuff, a few waters. I'll let you know how it's going. Longevity of this thing, I don't know, guys. It's only just out of the box, but it's got a 2-year warranty. It's doing everything it said it would do straight off the bat, so can't complain about that. 3.9 still, so 3.9, and that one hovers between 1 and 2 degrees. So when it gets up to 3 degrees, it must cycle and brings it down a little bit. So it's working perfectly. Feels cold inside. Tomorrow afternoon I'll have a better indication, but I'll pull those beers out, have a feel, and that's the best way to judge if your fridge is cold enough, guys, is grab a beer out of there. You know, we all know that, blokes. That's the best way to judge the temperature of your fridge, is how your beers feel when you grab them out. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Listen, for 230 bucks, who cares? I might only use it a couple of times a year. I might use it a dozen times a year. I don't know, but I know I'm definitely going to need it up in Cape York for this boys trip. So we'll let you know how it goes. Catch you later. Hope you enjoyed the clip, and we'll catch you again soon, eh? See ya.